Hi guys, my name is Zin and this is construction day. But before we go to that, I'll show you the garden trees that are currently, they're kind of leafing out almost. So this is the Japanese maple, Acer palmatum dissectum, and right there, that's my air layer in the future, which I'm going to do very soon. I did trim this a bit as well, and you can clearly tell which branch is dead, like this is all white, and which is alive. So I had a pretty easy time pruning this tree. And then this is the other Acer palmatum. I'm not exactly sure what this species is, but I clipped this was really long before I clip all that off. And I think I'm going to do an air layer around this area when it comes to it, and then eventually just cut that whole thing off. I don't want this branch back there. So all the buds are looking good on these garden trees. I don't do anything with these. I don't even wrap them. They you know, they do fine by themselves. And this is the Acer palmatum tailor, which I'd wrapped with burlap, sorry, not burlap. It survived fine. All the buds are there. They're kind of almost pushing it out. They're almost going to leaf out. Because I wrapped it, you know, some of these branches got bent, but whatever. I took a closer look at the bottom. I think this is also a graft. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to air layer it probably somewhere around the tree, and maybe do a couple air layers. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, these are the backyard trees. I have moved all my trees to the backyard from the garage, but yeah, let's build something before I go to that. All right, so I'm in my garage. I got some fence boards. These are, I believe, 6 feet fence boards, 2x4s, and I got my miter saw or chop saw, whatever. And I'm going to build a fairly short, like 2 stack of these boards fence for a kind of raised garden bed, which I will put probably just a few of my trees in the ground so they can grow faster. And I want to compare that to how they grow in the pot. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm hoping to actually put this outside today, even though I don't have the soil for it, but you know, I want to get this out and to see how it looks. That's 6. All right, so I got my 6 pieces of what do you call these? The legs, I guess, or the post. There'll be 3 on each side, and then I'll stack these boards 2 high. This is the ground, and you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna screw these in with the deck screws, and I think that should do it. Yeah, it's not very fancy, but I think it'll do the job. Here we are in my backyard. You can see I got this pieces connected here to the board. So this piece will come attached to this end, and you can see it's a box. I just have to put the boards on, and that'll be it. Just a couple more screws and should be good to go. All right, guys. I finished it. It's about 6 by 5 feet. I'm gonna tip it down and it should just fall into place. There it is. There it is. It's probably not level right now. I mean, not that it matters that much, but I need to get some soil and then build it up. I'm not sure where to get this much dirt yet, but I'm sure there's places that I could do that. I'll probably hammer these down a bit so they're lower. Yeah, something like that, you know. And I'll put fill it up with soil, and then put my trees inside and see if it grows faster or not. Yeah. All right, so move all my trees out. That's the Japanese maple season of change. I actually pruned it back a bit as well. There's the Wakelet, which actually woke up in the middle of winter in the garage, so it doesn't look that good, to be honest. You know, actually there is a green bud right there, so it might not be dead, because when it did wake up in the middle of the winter, I put it outside. It was only in, you know, -1 or 3, something like that. So I put it outside again to make sure it goes back to dormancy, and I wasn't sure if that was gonna be okay with the tree or not, but that's what I did. So yeah, I guess it's not dead, but you know, before, when in the garage, this thing was it was coming back. It was, you know, a lot of shoots coming out, and right now there's only a few. So anyway, at least it's alive, so that's good. Up here, I took everything out for the next, I think at least a week. It's all above 0 every day, and I don't know if I don't think I need to bring them back unless it goes down to like minus, you know, 5 or 6. Yeah, the cedars here, that's the little juniper. This was the air layer Japanese maple from my front yard. This was like this tall before. Where's my hand? There it is. But I pruned all the way back. 1, to get some branches, and 2, to get tapered. So I don't care if this takes forever to do, but I think that's the right way to go. And I've only recently realized that I need to do that, and a lot of them needs to pretty much do that. It's going to take a while. This is the Acer palmatum what is it? Osakazuki, that's right. So yeah, I pruned this back as well. This is also a what do you call it? A graft. So I'm thinking that I'm going to air layer it there above the graft. I think this is where the graft is. It's hard to tell, but I know this is good, so I might take it from there. Yeah, I mean, does that look like the graft right there? I don't know, it's hard to tell. I think that's it. The bark is kind of different, you know. So yeah, these are just a couple maple seedlings. That's the other sugar maple or something that I collected. This, I don't know what this is. This grew in the garage, I have no idea. And Nigel identified this as a honeysuckle, so let's go with that for now. This thing, you know, it popped up in the garage, and right now it's coming out with full force. This was in a much smaller pot before. This is the juniper, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, this was in a very small pot before. I just put it in a bigger one, and I wanted to kind of grow and see what happens. I don't really know how these species grow. I wired this before, as you can see, but this branch I think is dead. It's all dried up, so we'll see how that goes. That's the Japanese maple seedling that I got from a neighbor last year. As you can see, the buds are coming out. It's nice and fresh, the color. This thing, I'm not even sure if it's alive. The leaves fell off in the garage, but it's still hard, so I don't know. This is the holly, I think. Yeah, it doesn't really say what it is, but yeah, it's a holly, or like a false holly or something like that. These two are the 2 amaranth maples that I pruned back before, and I don't have cut paste, and you can see the sap coming out of the cuts. I think that's okay though. As far as I know, when what's his name, Ray, that's how he cut it, and that's what he did, so that's what I'm gonna do. He's the professional, so I don't have no reason to doubt him. And you can see the buds on the trunk. They're all coming a bit red. And then back here, this one, that bud is coming out. So I think it will be okay. This is just a bunch of pines. Just a small Christmas tree. That's another juniper. This is just a native pine. Yeah, I took it out in the box because so I don't have to move one at a time. I just haven't cleaned that up yet. Yeah, this is the willow that I bought as well. The buds are kind of breaking on this one. So yeah, these kind of look kind of dark, but we'll see what happens, you know. So that's the outside, the outdoor trees. My goal today was to get this up, and nothing has came out of here yet. This is there's a bunch of Japanese maple seedlings in here, and then there's some seedlings in the other containers over there as well, but I haven't really got through those yet. But nothing has came up yet, you know. They're still hopefully they're gonna germinate, I'm hoping. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Just it's a really nice day, so I did some work. You know, feels pretty good. All right, guys, thanks for watching.